Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to be back here today again. My name remains Okoyemi, and I'm here to share some information with you as regards the reaction of NHS employer to the UK immigration rule, the outcome, the conclusion, or their resolutions as regards the immigration rule that were amended between December to April and March, March and April. So I'm just going to be sharing that in this video. And I know that many of you have been looking into NHS job, but there are some things that you need to understand about NHS job as well. So I will be explaining some things you need to know in this video, and I will also be giving you samples. I'll be, expressing or expanding my explanation with examples that you can really understand and you can relate with. So I know that it's about 13 examples altogether, and I know that you will fall into the category of one of them. So I know I've got calls from people about this NHS job, this and that. So a lot of things you need to know about these things will be shared in this video. So I'm going to encourage you to please watch this video to the end. I know some people are coming here for the very first time, and I want to say thank you for coming to this YouTube channel. Thank you so very much. And if you are in that category, I would encourage you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel, as there are information that we share that helps us, especially for relocation, that helps our growth and development at large. So please kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel. And to my regular sweet minds, I want to say thank you for always watching. Thank you for always coming. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate your likes. Your likes go a long way. So I want to encourage you, please, beyond sharing this video, I will encourage you to also like this video so that YouTube can, recommend this video to other viewers. So stay tuned, guys, and let's watch this together. So between December 2023 to January, February, and March, April, a lot of things has changed as regards UK immigration rules. And in this video, I'll just be sharing with you things that has changed, and I'm just gonna paint a reasonable example that you can really relate to it. So watch this. Now, on the 4th of December 2023, the UK government announced changes to the immigration system that has taken effect from March and April 2024. So in response, we have put together the information we have so far on how this impacts international recruits across NHS trust. So this is specifically the effect of all of these immigration rules on on foreign, international recruits, that is foreign workers that are coming into NHS. All of these things are relating to NHS. So please stay tuned. So one of the things they mentioned here is this. From the 11th, am I correct with this? Yes, from the 11th of from the 11th of March 2024, so care workers and senior care workers are unable to bring dependents when they migrate to the UK, and only CQC registered providers in England will be able to sponsor health and care visa applicants. All other occupation codes can continue to bring in dependents as normal. So if you are not in the health and care visa application procedure, you can always bring your dependent. I'm not going to do too much of explanation because I know these points are quite understandable. Second says, from the 4th of April 2024, certificates of sponsorship issued for applications to the health and care visa route for those occupations paid by NHS band will need to meet the national pay scale for their role or the new minimum salary threshold of 23,200. This is an increase from 20,960. So that is to say, your NHS would definitely have to meet the national pay scale, which has been increased to 23,200. Now, it says roles that are not on a national pay scale will need to meet a general salary threshold of 29,000 pounds. This will apply to both new applications and to extensions to existing visa. So you want to extend your visa, you want to apply newly for uh, national pay scale, that is any roles that are not on national pay scale, you would have to meet the general salary threshold, which is 29,000. But for the NHS trust, that's 23,200 pounds. Another one says that all health and care visa holders will continue to be exempt from paying the immigration health surcharge. Immigration health surcharge for NHS trust is uh is free. You don't have to pay for IHS, that is your immigration health surcharge. It's free. Some people have been saying, am I going to pay? Are you going to renew? Am I going to do this? If you're applying to NHS and NHS trust, are definitely paying your, they are the one paying you. Of course, you'll be exempted. From 4th April 2024, certificate of sponsorship issued for overseas workers requiring a general skill worker visa, such as the data analyst, IT person, financial professionals, etc., but sponsored by NHS organization, we need to meet the new salary threshold of 38,700. This will not be increased in stages. Now, I need to emphasize on that. NHS does not only, employ nurses alone. They don't only employ midwives. They don't employ doctors alone or people in medical field alone. No, they also recruit international workers who are IT persons, data analysts, financial professionals, and all of that. So once they are not in the category of the health and care visa, then they will have to meet the general requirement, that is the new salary threshold, which is 38,700. Now, another one says those already on a skilled worker visa before the immigration rules change should be exempted from the new salary threshold. That's a good news for some people. If you've been in the UK before the immigration rule took place, then it means you will be exempted from the new salary threshold. So when they change occupation or sponsor or settle, but their pay should progress in line with resident worker. I hope you get that correctly. So if you're already on the skilled worker visa before you immigrate, before the immigration rule changes, then you will be exempted from the new salary threshold. So you don't have to be on the scale of 38,700. No. But of course, as you change occupation or you progress, then your salary should progress in line with other resident workers. Now, from April 4, 2024, the immigration salary list will replace the shortage occupation list. You need to get this right. Shortage occupation list is the list of workers in this country or in any country. Whatever you hear shortage occupation list, it means these are the jobs that have shortage of workers. So now they said that from April 4, 2024, the immigration salary list, that is the ISL, will replace the shortage occupation list. So it means that henceforth you have to look forward to the immigration salary list, that is the ISL. It's been replaced by it will be replaced by the shortage occupation list. So occupations on the ISL can be recruited to on a salary below the general salary threshold. Do you understand now? Health and social care visa is the recruitment is always below the salary threshold of 38,700. So now that they are replacing the shortage occupation list with the immigration salary list, then it means occupation on the new ISL list will now be recruited on a salary below the general salary threshold. So these occupations will we still need to meet a threshold of either 23,200, which is for this health and social care, or the 30,960, which is for the general skilled worker visa. So there's a general skilled worker visa, there is a health and care visa. So if you are coming in using the new immigration salary list, which has been replaced by the shortage occupation list now, which has been replaced with the ISL, that is the immigration salary list, you will still need to meet up with the 23,200 salary threshold of the health and social or health and care visa, or you meet up with the general skilled worker visa, which is £30,960, or the occupation specific threshold, whichever is higher. So you still have to meet up with that. You don't have to be in the health and social care visa, but at least your earning should still be within that threshold. Okay, it says as of 6th of February 2024, the immigration health surcharge increased to £1,035 per person per year. That is for those that are paying. Not everybody is paying, I've mentioned it earlier. But for those that are paying, the immigration health surcharge has increased. This is just like a summary of the changes that have happened so far. Then you will hear the reaction in this video. I'm just going to share the reaction or the feedbacks and the explanation of NHS, their own adjustment in the regard of these new rules. So you said the minimum income requirement for family visa will rise in stages starting at £29,000 from 11th April 2024 and will be incrementally increased to £34,500 and to £38,700 by early 2025. Only dependents can be supported financially. Only dependents that can be supported financially will be allowed into the UK. So now, let me make these explanations broad using scenarios specific people. So moving forward, I'm just going to use example now. The current health and care visa holder. Please listen to this. Mohammed is a nurse from India. He moved to the UK with a 3-year health and care visa in December 2022 and worked in an NHS trust as a Band 5 registered nurse. His wife, Fatima, and child, Ashvi, joined him in the UK in March 2023. Fatima works as a program manager in the private sector. Now, when Mohammed comes to renew his visa, he will need to continue to be paid an appropriate banding for his role and at least 23,200. I believe that's clear. So Mohammed and his dependent will continue to be exempted from IHS. I believe that's clear and simple. Moving forward, another example. Current health and care visa holder, Band 3 healthcare assistant. Maria is from Spain and is sponsored by an NHS trust as a Band 3 healthcare assistant. She has been in the post since May 2021 and her visa is up for renewal in May 2024. When Maria first came to the UK, she was on the first pay point of Band 3. Since she has been in the post for over 2 years, she has progressed to the second pay point of £24,336. At the time of renewal, she will have to meet the salary threshold of at least £23,200. Since she is now on the second pay point, she meets this salary threshold. Very simple. Maria will continue to be exempted from the IHS and is able to bring dependents with her. These are very simple and straightforward examples to relate with. Another one is this. Future health and care visa holder, Band 3 healthcare assistant. Hannah is from Sweden. She will be looking to apply for a Band 3 healthcare assistant role, that is the SOC 6131 in the NHS in August 2024 after the new rules come into effect. Since this role will be on the national pay scale but is not included on the ISL, Her salary will need to be at least £23,200 and be paid at the appropriate banding for a role, whichever is higher. Anna will therefore be able to work as a healthcare assistant in any area with a London weighing added to her salary. That is, entry level band 3 in fringe areas, which is £23,957. However, locations outside of the London area will not be able to meet the salary threshold. That is, entry level band 3, which is £22,816, unless employers recognize previous equivalent work outside of the NHS. That is the NHS Terms and Conditions of Service Handbook. That is where they get to check that. Now, Annex 23.11 relates to starting salary. However, Annex 23.17 and Section 12.2 states that employers have the discretion to take into account any period or periods of employment outside the NHS, where these are judged to be relevant to the NHS employment. Now, Anna will be exempted from the IHS. Her wife, Julia, will be able to join her as part of her application. Julia will be given a general right to work as Anna's dependent and will also be exempted from IHS. These examples are very understandable. Please just stay with me. Another example, current skilled worker visa holder, financial advisor now. Francisca is a Band 7 financial advisor from Italy. She has worked at an NHS trust for 2 years and is due to extend her visa in 2025. Her husband Anthony moved to the UK with her as part of a visa and works in construction. Francisca is wanting to continue with her current role, which is not on the ISL. She will therefore be exempted from meeting the new salary threshold. However, her employer will need to ensure that she is paid according to her banding and progress in line with resident workers and updated with the 25th percentile using the latest pay data. Francisca will need to pay the increased IHS of £1,035 per year for herself and again for Anthony. Anthony will continue to maintain his right to work as Francisca's dependent and can continue to live in the UK. These things are clear. One more. Another example says future skilled worker visa holder. George is a Band 6 graphics designer from France. He has offered a role at an NHS trust for £35,392 starting in June 2024. The role is included on the ISL, which has a salary threshold of £30,960. Therefore, George meets the salary threshold for this role. He will be able to bring his partner, Margaret, and child, Belle, as part of his visa application. George and his dependent will be required to pay the increased IHS of £1,035 per year, per person, and will be given the right to work. I believe all of these examples are very clear. I have about just few more examples to go. Okay, so now this is for examples, that is the current health and care visa holder, the care worker now, says Jules is from Spain and is currently working as a care worker at a private nursing home that is CQC registered in excess. Jules currently earns £24,000 a year. He lives in the UK with his partner Matilda and 2 daughters, Maya and Jessica. Matilda works as a shop assistant in a local superstore. When applying to extend his visa, he will need to make at least £23,200, which he does on his current salary. His partner and daughter will be able to continue to stay in the UK, and Matilda will retain her right to work. They will also continue to be exempt from the IHS. I believe that you fall into one or two categories of all of these things. Let me read some more. Another example, for that's for the future health and care visa holders, that is the senior care workers. Say Sarah is a senior care worker from the Philippines. She has secured a role at a care home in Newcastle. Her role is on the ISL, which means there is a salary threshold of £23,200. Sarah's salary offer is £24,000, which allow her to come to work and live in the UK. Sarah will not be able to bring dependents to travel with her. She will be exempted from paying the IHS. Another one says the current dependent of those on a health and care visa, the senior care workers. That is the current dependent of those on the health and care visa. Robert is married. Robert is married to Anita, who is from Spain and works as a senior care worker at a private care home in Lincolnshire. They moved to the UK 4 years ago. Robert has the right to work in the UK and is employed as a chef. When Anita comes to renew her visa in 2025, she will be expected to meet the salary threshold of 23,200. Robert will keep his right to work and can continue to live in the UK. Another example for the future dependent of those on a health and care visa, that is the care workers. Jasmine is from Turkey and looking for work as a care worker in the winter of 2024. Her role is on the ISL and she'll need to make at least £23,200. Her partner Emir will not be able to join her as part of her visa application. If he wishes to come to the UK, he will need to be sponsored individually by an employer or look for another route. Jasmine will be exempted from the IHS. I hope you're getting this point. Another example that is for the current dependents employed by an NHS trust, the skilled worker visa or hotel manager. Now, Jamal is married to Raquel and they have a young son. Raquel is a hotel manager employed on a skilled worker visa at a local hotel. She has worked in this role for 2 years on a 3-year visa. Jamil has the right to work in the UK and is employed as a Band 2 porter at an NHS trust. When Raquel renews her visa, she will not be subject to the £38,700 salary threshold as she is already en route. Her pay would be expected to increase in line with resident workers. Jamal, Raquel, and their son will need to pay the increased IHS of £1,035 per year per person. Raquel will still be able to live in the UK with a dependent. Jamel will retain his right to work. And I think a few more to go. Example again, future dependents employed by an NHS trust, skilled worker visa, for example, a civil engineer. Clark is from the USA and has a job offer to come to the UK as a civil engineer under the SOC 2121 in the autumn of 2024. He has a wife and 3 children to support and would like them to be able to move to the UK with him. Clark would need to ensure that the job meets the £38,700 salary threshold. His role is not on the ISL. He will be able to bring dependents with him as part of his visa. His wife Clara will be given the right to work in the UK. She can apply to the role in the UK, including as a HR officer, in which she has previous experience in an NHS trust. The family will be required to pay the IHS of £1,035 per year per person. Another example, that is for current dependents on a family visa, British national employed by an NHS trust. Anthony is a British national working as a sonographer at an NHS trust on a salary of £28,407. He has been married to Oli, originally from Australia, for 5 years. Oli is currently in the UK working in childcare on a partner visa, that is family visa route, which is set to expire in 2025. Oli will require to renew her visa before she can apply for indefinite leave to remain. Since Oli was enrolled before the new immigration rules came into force, Anthony will not have to meet the increased minimum salary threshold of £29,000 salary threshold on the family visa route. He will need to meet the minimum salary threshold which was in place when Oli first applied for her visa. Oli can continue to live and work in the UK. Only we need to pay the IELTS of £1,035 per year. Okay, so lastly now, this is for future dependents employed by an NHS trust on a family visa. Catherine is a business national working as a financial advisor in Yorkshire. She is currently married to Chris, who is a resident of Japan. Chris is wanting to join his wife in the UK in the summer of 2024 and to work in the NHS as a Band 3 healthcare support worker. To do this, Catherine will need to meet the increased minimum salary threshold of £29,000. If Chris wishes to come to the UK in 2025, Catherine will need to meet the higher threshold of £38,700. Chris will be able to Chris will be subject to the IHLs and be given the right to work in the UK. He will be able to apply for any roles as a healthcare support worker across UK. So guys, I believe that anybody watching this video right now, you fall into at least one of this category, at least one. Every individual fall into one of this category as long as you are a foreign worker or a foreign recruit. Now, I'm just going to read this. Like I said, the government has reassured us that while it is determined to reduce net migration, it understands the importance of internationally educated health and care workers. We understand that these changes are likely to result in a number of questions, especially for international educated staffs and those working on international recruitment. So guys, I know that somebody watching this video is in this category or will be in one of this category. So I want you to carefully watch this video so that you know which category you belong to. And sincerely, if you are connected to this video or you are focused on this video, you will understand the category you belong to and you can answer some questions for yourself. You know what you'll be paying for, you know what you'll not be paying for, you know the advantages you have, you know things that you can do or not. So guys, I just decided to share this for you. This is the NHS reaction or an explanation to the immigration rules between December till date. So if you need to understand anything about the NHS employer, then you need to watch this video. And please, if you have people that are open to get job on the with the NHS, work with NHS, then I will encourage you to share this video with them. Let them be educated on what to know before they apply for the job, so that they don't start feeling like, why have I applied for the job? I didn't know that this is this, I don't know that. So just to keep them informed, keep them updated before they take that step. Also, I remember that I make the video on how to apply for NHS job. On my previous video, I did make those videos. You can check the videos at the description page of this video. You're going to see all of them, so you can watch how to employ or how to get NHS, how to apply for NHS job. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it is helpful to you, please don't forget to click the like button. Click the like button. If you're for the very first time, subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I want to say thank you for watching. And I'm going to see you guys again in my next video. See you guys. Bye.